No.
What
That
is
is
your-
not, let's say, my real name. My real, let's say, first name is, of course, Yoji. But actually, let's say, I used to work for the Screen Europe as well before assignment to the Screen US. Then our colleagues, let's say, named Joe because it's easier for them to call me.
Yeah.
Then let's say I put let's say name of Joe
So that-
as a like let's say middle name.
Yeah. So that is it's actually to make it easier for people that are not from Japan.
Yes.
Okay. So can I just call you Joe today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do.
Okay. Tell us a little bit why you're here in Kyoto.
Actually, let's say we are located in Kyoto, and we are a graphic arts production equipment manufacturer and supplier to the industry. That is why, let's say, we participate in this exhibition.
Japanese companies. That's
Yes.
the founder of Screen as a company. Or,
Yes.
Yeah. And you're very famous for your TrueJet presses, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of equipment is it?
Actually, let's say we are very much well known as a graphic arts production equipment manufacturer. Started from glass screen for color separation, process camera, step and repeat machine and scanner. Then now let's say inkjet printer.
Okay, so your background and history is way longer than the inkjet.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
More than let's say 75 year company business history. Based on that history, we developed inkjet printer.
Yeah. And when you talk about, for example, the scanning and all the screening thing, can you actually take
Yes.
that knowledge and
Yes.
put into
Yes.
inkjet devices?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, let's say our let's say, imaging technology based on our let's say, history of let's say, scanning or let's say imaging. That is our expertise.
And how can a customer see that in the product?
Oh, what do you mean? Cost?
I was just thinking that, you know, if let's say that you are a printer and you want to buy an inkjet device and you go to, let's say, Drupa,
Yeah.
and there's like one manufacturer, number two manufacturer, number three manufacturer, and then you come to Screen.
Yeah.
Why is your machine a better one?
I see. Actually, as I mentioned,
If you would like to share that with me. I think you would like to, right?
Yeah. Actually, let's say we are not a ink manufacturer and not a let's say, head manufacturer either. It seems to be our let's say, disadvantage. However, in fact, I could say, or we could say, that is our strength because we can freely choose best combination of ink and head per application. That is why let's say, customer let's say, would like to consider seriously our product.
And what you're saying is basically that the print heads you buy from elsewhere,
Yeah.
OEMs, and
Right.
the ink you can buy from as an OEM.
Yes.
So you can combine
Yes.
what is best for
Yes.
is that per customer or per machine you develop? I mean, so you have like the 520. All 520s are the same, I guess, right?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if this product, let's say, target for the certain let's say, application, we change the ink and let's say head.
So if I was a customer with you and I say to you, I want to make this application, then you will configure the machine to my need, basically.
Actually, not let's say make to order. Let's say already let's say exist, having specific let's say head and ink, but in a development stage, we can choose what the best one for application. So our product let's say already has a certain let's say target. Of course, we can expand not only the let's say, specific target, but also other application. But first, let's say we have decided which let's say, application we are going to with that product.
That's smart. So that actually gives you so you have, maybe it's wrong to say, but I just try to say, is that like that when you choose Screen, it's as much as like as a platform, so
Yes.
you can actually build it to your need, right?
Yeah. Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it right that you have actually developed machines that can use untreated paper,
Yeah.
and you can actually do it both in a high quality and high speed at the same time?
Yes.
Did I remember right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you buy the print heads and the ink from outside, is the advantage you have of having untreated paper and high speed, high quality, is that because your engineers can go and say to your ink manufacturers, we would like to have an ink that have these qualities, and we want to have a print head that can have these?
Yes. Actually, not only the uncoated, let's say, untreated paper, but also the, let's say, offset coated stock, our, let's say, engine can print on.
Okay, so established. We have like a machine where you have high speed, high quality, and a high level of freedom to choose what is right for the customer.
Yes. One more.
One more.
High reliability.
Okay.
That is, let's say, our one of, let's say, advantages or strengths.
That's even better, right? Yeah. Okay. So, when did you produce your first inkjet machine?
Actually, let's say, our, let's say, first inkjet machine for this industry was released at the end of 2005. Or let's say, in 2006.
Okay, so that around that.
Around
so
that,
about 12, 15, 16 years ago. Okay. In that time, there's been a lot of competition.
At that time, let's say
not at that time, but now.
Now, yes.
Yeah, because when you started, there was not such a big competition.
Yeah.
I think that it was like the Kodak VersaPress. It was like some of the older generation inkjet machines, right? Yeah. But now it's a very competitive market.
Very competitive market. Yes.
So how do you see that?
Yeah, very competitive market. Let's say let's say. Actually, so we are leading, let's say, a supplier or let's say a provider to this market, having let's say our let's say, special ink, which enables customer print on the offset coated stock, which is called SC ink. But nowadays, let's say every let's say our competitor now let's say has such type of let's say ink. Then let's say the market situation is very much confused for the customer. But we have, let's say, proven technology, and we can, let's say, easily to let's say show the customer how, let's say, you can print on the offset coated stock and so on. How you can, let's say, obtain such, let's say, nice quality or let's say productivity. So we can, let's say, prove using, let's say, our product at our showroom or even, let's say, this exhibition.
Yeah, because you are the only one that have an inkjet machine here, right? Yeah. But I like that approach too. But I was just wondering, because so what you say is that screens, track record, and proven ability to deliver, that is your biggest strength today.
Yeah.
And that is, so if I'm a printer again and I want to invest in inkjet, this is that much. When I go to you, I get proven technology. I have, again, as we spoke about, the 4 different values that we spoke just about before. But I'm just curious, because at Drupa last time, that is 3.5 years ago, there was both nanography that was not introduced, second time introduced. I think even Mr. Lander said that who dares to invest in inkjet when we have nanography around the corner. And I think that the thing that has happened is that inkjet has just become much better in that time. So I guess that you are still developing machines and technology because you want to be the leader in the segment, right?
Yeah, right.
And how do you do that?
Actually, let's say nanotechnology is a great technology. However, thinking about the reality or real world, customer need to obtain or need to, let's say, invest the equipment with reasonable, let's say, cost. Currently, let's say, still, let's say, technology is very high. Also, let's say, cost or price is very high. That is not, let's say, a real solution for the customer. So, what, let's say, we are aiming for is to provide the customer with reasonable or real solution for the customer to make a profit. That is, let's say, key for us.
Is that because the acquisition cost is competitive, or is it because operational cost is competitive, or is it a combination?
Actually, currently, the customer who, let's say, invested inkjet printer is they have a certain, let's say, suitable jobs for the inkjet or, let's say, digital, let's say, production. So very much limited, but what let's say we are going to do is this let's say limitation should be like the
so you expand, the applications and the use of the technology.
Yes. And also the let's say more let's say solution oriented let's say offer we should let's say make. That means not only let's say our printer, but also the finishing machines and even let's say upstream should be let's say friendly or should be let's say suitable for the customer's jobs. So we should be let's say solution provider. We let's say shouldn't be let's say just let's say inkjet engine supplier.
Yeah, that makes sense. And how is that in real life? Because I mean, one thing is saying it,
yes.
Another thing is doing it. Are you good at doing it also?
I hope so.
You hope so. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, let's say as you already let's say recognized, we have let's say nearly let's say 15-year experiences, or let's say history in this let's say category or let's say inkjet world. So based on let's say such let's say experiences, we have learned a lot. And we do have now, let's say, great, let's say, expertise for the inkjet. Not only the, let's say, engine, entire engine or let's say, engine, let's say, body, transportation. We have also, let's say, head, let's say, expertise, ink expertise. That is why, let's say, we can choose the best, let's say, ink and head. Then we can, let's say, eventually develop. Whole, let's say, inkjet engine.
But my question is more like, I think that your machine has proved, your history has proved that Screen is a good supplier.
Yeah.
But I think also in a competitive situation, it's also about how to go to market.
Yeah.
Is the market listening to your sayings, because it sounds like good advices that you're giving to your customers? But are you successful in the market, in your opinion?
Yeah. Actually, let's say we are let's say, successful to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But we are let's say, not satisfied with current situation.
Of course not. I mean, you need to sell more, right?
Yeah, right.
I think that this selling more is sometimes also a matter of challenging yourself and your organization, right?
Yes.
Because if you just sit down and say, okay, this is good enough, then you end up having machines that are not good enough, right? You have to challenge yourself all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, this year is very much let's say, anniversary year. Let's say a big milestone because we have had a 1,500 unit installation this year.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a lot of machines.
Right.
So that is like a good basis for developing new technology.
Yes.
It's a good basis for all the research and development that you need to do.
Yeah, that is let's say one of let's say examples for the let's say proven technology.
Yeah.
But your question is not only proven technology, how to let's say stimulate the business further, right?
Yeah. And I think that with the experience. And if you look at the market, everybody's talking inkjet now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess you're also a Drupa, of course.
Yeah, right.
Are you planning to release new products there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
so we have to wait.
Yeah. And not only the let's say product, but also the let's say far innovative let's say total solution.
Okay.
As I mentioned, we would like to be let's say excellent solution provider. So next Drupa, our let's say target is not only to show our new product, but also to show our let's say solution. That is let's say our target for the Drupa.
You know, sometimes when I talk to industry leaders like yourself, and you know what's going on in your laboratory, and you know what's going on with the engineers, isn't it sometimes very difficult to keep silent about it?
Yeah, sometimes yes.
You just wish to talk about it, right?
Right.
But you keep quiet, of course. Yeah. You have to do that. It must be a surprise for the audience at Drupa, right? Yeah. So now we hear at the Think Smart Factory event. So what do you think of these 3 days?
Actually, let's say great let's say 3 days. Actually, we can let's say show one of let's say our solutions having let's say, or connecting with finishing machine. Customer let's say can see from the let's say upstream to the downstream. Actually, let's say live demonstration samples customer can take. That's a great opportunity for us to promote our product.
Yeah.
So overall, those 3 days are very much successful event or days for us.
Yeah. Are you? Do you get inspiration from a show like this to say that when you exhibit at Drupa or exhibit at some other events that you will do like end-to-end solutions yourself as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do that also in the other shows, or is it this is an inspiration for you?
Actually, we are planning. Not finalized yet, but we have a strong intention to do this type of exhibition or show.
That's great. And I take that yesterday, did you go to the Trade Museum?
Yes.
Yeah? So you heard Horizon asking all the audience if they wanted to do next year's Think Smart Factory.
Yeah.
So you will come next year as well?
Or
next time?
Yeah, of course, and we would like to participate again.
Yeah. And how, I was just wondering, because I mean, if you look at all the exhibitors here, it seems that some are competitors and some are not competitors, but it seems that you have a strong relationship because you're so depending on both the upstream and the downstream and all the devices and connectivity.
Right.
It must be fantastic to go and place and see that you can actually work with somebody that you sometimes meet as a competitors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes we should compete against them, but sometimes we have better cooperate together in order for us to provide the customer with the best solution, together with even, partly our competitor.
And maybe, I mean, you also went to Hunkler, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah. And we went to Hunkler Innovation Days, and it's also a very great show.
Yes.
But here is even more end-to-end solution than at Hunkler. So I think that it has been, for me, it's been a big inspiration to get here.
Because this show doesn't have any, supplier booth.
No, that's right. That's true.
That's very much special.
Yeah, because when you go to your booth, you have your presses there, and then it goes into Hunkler, and then it goes into Horizon, and then it goes to the binding and the conveyors and things like that, and even the small robots that are taking it from Shimbu.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name right now, but yeah. Well, Joe, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.